So let's understand more from the management itself. We are being joined by Mr. Mahendra Chabra, who is the CFO, and Mr. Anurag Gehlot, who is the COO, is also joining us. A very good morning, gentlemen, and thank you so much for your time. Anurag, let me take the first query coming in from you, because what we have seen is that there was indeed some bit of a margin on your, some bit of a pressure on your margins. If you could share the factors contributing to this, and additionally, how do you view the revenue as well as margin spanning going ahead?
If you have seen that in this year, PV industry has shown a decline of around 1% in Q2. But if we compare it to the half-yearly numbers, then it has grown around 2%, and sequential basis, quarter on quarter, it has shown a growth of around 6%. And on the other side, MSL has grown by around 10%. This is mainly due to the revenue growth due to the content, which is increasing. And when you're talking about the margins or the profitability, this remained resilient despite additional cost being incurred during ramp-up phase of two greenfield executing new customer orders. So expansion is happening, and there are two greenfield projects which are currently under ramp-up. So manpower has been hired, and they are getting trained in advance and because the skill upgradation has to happen. So this is helping us to ramping up the volumes, and that's why if you are seeing that, this is the one of the reason when we are saying that you are seeing some pressure onto that. But if you talk about the EBITDA, is not something we talked about in longer term, and keep good focus on ROCE. As a group guideline, it should be more than 40%, and we achieved 44% in FY23 and 48% in FY24. And currently also we are very much aligned as per the group policy to see whether how the customer are making the volumes in the coming time. On the operational front, if we see in the future time also, team is working very, very hard on the operational improvement, continued supported by the cost reduction initiatives, VAV activities, and also talking to the customer on the recoveries front as well. So there are a lot things which are happening on the productivity side also, which we see in the longer term the benefit will come out from there.
Good morning, gentlemen. This is Cheryl also joining in the conversation. It would be great if you could provide some insight into the current price trends that you're actually witnessing when you talk about the key raw materials, especially copper. And also if you could help our viewers understand how are these actually raw material prices affecting your costs?
So as far as raw materials are concerned, if you look at raw material cost will depend on many factors. And one of the factors is a product mix. The kind of harness that we sell could be different from quarter to quarter, and hence the quarter on quarter cost of RMC might not be really apple to apple comparison. So it depends on the product mix. The wiring harness sold in one quarter might not be the same in the next quarter or any other quarter for that matter. And the other thing is, one is that other is like, for example, copper, which is one of the components of the raw material cost. And for that, we have got pass-through arrangement with our customers. With some customers, it is at a quarterly lag. With some customers, it's at a half-yearly lag. So as far as copper is concerned, there should not be any impact on our P&L over a period of time.
All right, I understand. But Anurag, what I wanted to know is that how are you seeing the demand trend shaping across the segments, specifically related to the EVs? Because it's the two-wheeler EVs that the sales are holding up strong, but in the passenger vehicle trend, are you seeing some sort of sluggishness in that particular segment? And are there any new customer additions recently?
As far as automotive industry is concerned, if you have heard of that, all the major OEMs in the country has already announced they are increasing the capacity. You talk about Maruti Suzuki, they have already announced that next 6 to 7 years time they are going to go for the 4 million cars. For Mahindra also, they have announced their investment in 2 quarters back. Same like Tata, they have also taken a plant in Gujarat, as well as they are bought a land in Vellore. So all the major OEMs are expanding. So once you talk about the volume, I think it looks to be a very positive. Though as of now, as I said, that PV industry has shown a decline of around 1% if we compare year on year, but sequentially basis it is growing. So I think we should trust the customer, the numbers they are saying, and I think it looks to be very, very positive, a good time which is coming in the future.
Right. So could you also share some insights into the overall capacity utilization, and also if you could help our viewers understand how the demand trends are actually shaping up right now?
As far as the capacity utilization is concerned, as a company, as a rule, we have as soon as we are touching to 80%, we start expanding, but subject to the backed by the firm order from the customers. So our current utilization, if we take out these two new greenfield projects, I think they are around somewhere around 85%, something like that. And that's why these new two projects are there. There are few more projects in the pipeline where we are thinking to expand ourselves. So we are very much aligned with wherever the customer is asking us and providing us the business, we are expanding ourselves in the same direction.
All right, with this, we'll let you go on that. Thank you so much, gentlemen, for taking the time out and speaking with us on your earnings. So that was the management of Motherson Wiring talking about the quarter gone by, as well as how they see the demand across various segments panning out in the quarters ahead. But with this, viewers, it's time to slip into a very short break. Don't go anywhere. As we come right back, it's time to take all our stock-related queries. So stay tuned and start writing to us.
If you like this video, then like, share and subscribe to ET Now.